Hi educators, today's World Art Day. I just wanted to talk to you about art and education. Art and childcare can lead to open conversations around similarities and differences in art and culture all around the world. We really want to look for the local artists in our area, connect with them, support local artists, seeing it's World Art Day, and that is about, connecting to community, exploring those similarities and differences that we find. Art and creativity can share knowledge, encourage curiosity, and explore everyone's unique perspective when we allow children to explore and create and think. So today we're going to do 3 very simple art experiences. I've only just got very visual art experiences today, but feel free to do art with sculpture, construction, music and movement from different cultures. All of that is open to you. So firstly, I want to do an exploration with a paintbrush. So I've just got one paintbrush. You might choose a couple of paintbrushes. This one to provide the children with different techniques. I've got like a little flat brush. I've just got 3 colours, but ask the children what colours they would like to use for today. That's also hearing their voices, giving them autonomy of what they would like to create in their vision. So first, I would just demonstrate how we can use a paintbrush in different ways. Really important to show how to care and respect for our items, have that freedom within limits to create a beautiful masterpiece, whoever they like, but also be respectful of the materials that we have and care for them so they will last a long time. And show them how to wash the brush, wipe the brush, and dab the brush dry on the paper towel. So I just do different strokes. I've done dots, I've done swirls, I've done swipes, and introduce the child that you can use the whole brush. So you've also got the end of the brush that you can use to create some beautiful tiny little dots on your paper. And a child doesn't have to make a picture. Please don't use templates in your childcare centre. Templates only stop the child from being creative, basically. It gives them those borders to say, don't colour out of those borders, don't be free thinking, don't create what you want to, this is what you have to do. Where if you give them a simple piece of paper, whatever it might look like, it allows them the freedom to explore their thoughts, their feelings, and what is really coming from inside them out onto the paper. What's another technique we could do? If you had a cleaner space or protected place, you could do some flicking motions as well with the paintbrush. I'm going to do some drab dots, some swipes. It's a really great way to introduce that you can use the paintbrush in many different ways with just the one brush. And there you have it. A unique picture. It doesn't have to be anything. The goal of art is the process, not the product. The process about exploring, providing that relaxing, calm space to open their mind to new possibilities, to persevere with challenges, to build those resilience if something doesn't go to plan. That's what creativity is all about. The second one I'd like to show you is a string art. I haven't done this in years. I don't know if it's going to work, but you're coming along with the ride with me. I've got 3 different cuts of string. I just used some recycled string. So the great thing about recycled materials is just use what you've got. If you don't have string in your workplace, if you've got bottle lids, then use bottle lids instead for this. I've just dipped the string in the paint. I'm going to pull it along the paper and see what it does. It made a little bit of a wave. Let's try a different piece. Doing some trial and error, almost bringing some scientific principles into this as well. So I've got using the same paints, a string. This time I'm going to pull them tight and across, and then drag it. It's great to demonstrate how the child can use the materials first, and then allowing them to explore it themselves afterwards. Don't pull them up if they're not using it exactly correctly. If they're still staying safe with the materials, they're not eating the paint, they're not throwing the paint on the floor, they're not breaking the items, then just let them see how they can manipulate and create the art piece. So if they do put their finger into the paint and press it onto the paper, that's okay. They're using all their senses to learn about the world around them. Well, and look at this, I've done even a little, I've hold one end and I swirl it around. I've also made like a little butterfly picture. There we go. I'm just going to use those 2 strings today. This is what I've created for my second piece. Again, nothing spectacular, but something that got me thinking of how to use things differently. The third one was just mixed media. So just find what you've got at your service. Ask the children what they'd like to use for the day. I've got a couple of textures. I've got a couple of pencils. I've got a couple of different lead pencils with different gradients. I've got a graphic marker, and I've got a charcoal stick. So you can use all of these things. You don't have to just stick to only doing a texture colouring picture or a pencil picture. You can mix them up to make your own design. And again, you're going to demonstrate to the children how to use the items appropriately. So with textures, we don't hit them down quickly because it pushes the tip in. That's the freedom within limits that we would teach them. For pencils, you have to press firmly to make a texture, but if you press too hard, the lead will break. So we're also learning about consequences, and the consequences of pressing too hard and it breaking is the lead will pop out. We will have to sharpen the pencil to use it again. Again, we're just showing different techniques we can use with the different items that we've chosen in our mixed media. You might want to get your finger out or a piece of paper out with the charcoal one. The firmer lead pencil one, you can teach about how you can press a bit firmer with the other textures to make some shading, which might lead into a different lesson about shadows, shading in the environment. And once you've given them a lesson about how to use these different items, then let them go ahead and make their own piece. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit of paint afterwards as well, because it is a mixed media picture. I really want to show them that you don't have to be restrictive with your thoughts, because all those lovely entrepreneurs that we see around the world, a lot of them are Montessorians and come from Montessori schools, and you can see that in how they think and explore and hypothesize and engineer to come up with those great things in the world. I can't get this baby wipes out, but for you to be prepared in your environment too, it's really helpful to have a cloth, tissues, baby wipes about, so if there is a big mess or once the child has finished their art, you've got those items to support them in cleanup. Remember to help them with cleanup if it becomes overwhelming for them. It is okay if they have made a little bit of a mess and they're not quite sure on how to clean up. It's a great time to give them an example on how to care for the environment, how to clean up our art materials, so that they will know how to do it the next time that they're exploring art. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time.